And we're live. Ooh, looks like my camera got bumped. Come on. Woo! There we go. Welcome back, everybody. It is time for another day of Cooking with Carl. Today, we're going to make pepper jack soup and a classic of flavored lemonade. We've made flavored lemonade before. In the past, we've made it with limes, blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries. Today, we're going to do not grapefruit, grapefruit for my father, and dragon fruit for myself. I've never had a dragon fruit, so it should be very interesting to see how that's going to shake out. So I don't even know how juiceable these things are. You just hear about them in fancy like energy drinks and stuff. So, well, we shall see. In any case, pepper jack cheese soup. It's something that I've always wanted to have again. I had it periodically. They would serve it at school at my university's various cafeterias. So I'm hoping to make some good stuff now. Anyway, without further ado, let's start with the lemonade. The reason I start with the lemonade is because the cheese soup will get cold. I'll let it cold, and then we'll have the lemonade, and I don't really want to do that. So make the lemonade first. That can sit, and then I can add some ice cubes and whatever to make sure it's chilled. So first things first, we're doing this the right way. We're not using lemon juice. We're using actual lemons. We're going to juice them ourselves. To me, it tastes better this way. You can use pre-made, pre-bottled lemon juice. That is very much an option. But I don't know. I like it when I freshly squeeze the lemons. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 lemons here. So we'll just do half and half. 4 lemons. Very lemony. All right. So set these off to the side. First thing you want to do, have them. Once you have the lemons, then you need to cut them in half. So there's 2 halves. Now, you always want to be careful when you're using a knife. Now, when you're cutting a lemon in half, what I'll do is I'll grab it like this, and I'll put the knife in here. That way, there's like no chance of the knife slipping and cutting me. So you just cut straight down. Doesn't need to be fancy or whatever. You're just going to be squishing them all up. Down we go. That'll be 8 halves. Yeah, like that cut super uneven. Does not matter. Okay, so let's set this off to the side. Push this out of the way. One thing, if you're new here, I'm working with limited space. I've got an oven, a stovetop, a little rolly cart here, and a TV stand table thing. So we've got a juicer here. Now, juicers come in all shapes and sizes, but most of them have this little dome thing here. It's got ribs on it, and what this is especially made for is to squish all the little citrusy pods. Now, a citrus is full of these little pods of juice, and that's what you want to break. What you do is you squish it on top, push it down, bring it around, and I like to hold the sides and then just rub them against those ribs. And then I'll roll it around. You really just want to squish every single little cell in there until it's like something like this, where it's nice and obliterated in there. Yeah, this is a fancy one. It's got the container down at the bottom. It's got a little little holes in it to try to filter out some of the pulp. It's not the best at filtering out pulp. I like my orange juice pulpy, but I don't like my lemonade pulpy. I don't know if the occasional little pulp thing in there, that's fine. I don't have any problem with that, but yeah, no. This will give you a workout too. You do a lot of them. I wonder if they have like a mechanical version of one of these. Like strap it in and the bottom goes boop up in the lemonade half, and then it just spins around and squishes everything. That'd be cool. So my dad did want grapefruit. Cool thing about grapefruit, it's also a citrus, so I can just juice it here as well. Although grapefruits do be big. They're big. They got a lot of juice in them. So I'm probably going to cut it in quarters and kind of try to juice it there. It's going to be a little awkward, but it'll work. I'm all juicy. I got to rinse off. Yeah, probably the worst part I think about making lemonade. Get your hands all slippery, and then when the juice dries, it turns. It gets all sticky. You got to rinse off. It's gross. There we go. That's better. I get some purchase. Now, the problem is, I mean, I've never seen an actual good like sieve on one of these things. They get clogged up so quickly. It's like the pulp. You gotta get. I don't know if my technique is poor. You usually just have to stick your finger in there, bite the bullet, stick the finger in there, and clear it out. It's like I'm gonna run it through a strainer anyway. So keep that in mind. After the fact, to filter out anything that might have gone through, because they're pretty big holes. Because if the holes are too small, the pulp just clogs it up and the juice can't get through. But the holes are too big, the pulp just gets through. So there is no sweet spot where it blocks the pulp but lets the but isn't blocked by the pulp. You know. Yeah. Oh, I'm just losing it. Screw it. By screw it, I mean unscrew it. Just kind of pour there. Some of the pulp gets in. That's fine. Carlos shaved, man. Yeah, I did. I did shave. It was getting too itchy, man. It was tickling my face. I had to get it off. I was thinking about like doing it on stream for my birthday, doing it a birthday goal, but nah. But how are you, Sir Monk, on this fine Sunday, well, evening for you, afternoon for me? We're starting off with some classic. Oh, I'm doing all right. I posted on Hover, which is like TikTok for Twitch streamers. If you're interested in finding other Twitch streamers to watch, I'd recommend downloading it. But I posted on there. I was basically like, "Hey, does this actually work? Do people actually use this to watch, visit streams? Hit the does this actually show it to people? Just hit the visit stream button down below if it does. So, and just say hi. So hopefully we'll see some people just say hi. Maybe even a follower or two. Oh, so googie. My hands are all gooky. So my dad has requested his extra flavoring of choice to be grapefruit. Is it? Is the lighting? Let's go turn the lights on. There's a light bulb above my head, like near above my head. It makes it look bad. Is that a little better? I don't know. It's not worse, so I'll keep it. All right. So then we need a grapefruit. Do y'all eat grapefruit over in Switzerland? I'm using the bear claw grip. You grab it like a bear claw. And the reason is your fingers curl under. And then you grab like that, and then that way it can rest against your knuckles. So it has like no chance of slipping and getting you. All right, it's grapefruit. Those of you not aware, classic breakfast food in America. Typically what we do is we'll take some sugar, you sprinkle it over the top. It's like a bitter orange, it's a bitter citrus. You sprinkle the sugar over the top, and you take like a serrated spoon and you scoop it all out. You just scoop each section out. Classic. Used to have them all the time. But yeah, like I said, they're pretty bitter. That's why you put the sugar on it. Luckily, it does have an overflow thing where if it overflows, it will flow into the bottom and not out. All right, so there we go. That's a quarter. Give it just a tinge of grapefruit. So we'll put that off to the side. One thing you can do if you have a garbage disposal and you're installed in your sink, you can throw the lemon, like a lemon half in there, and then grind it all up. Did I put the wrong thing in the I put the full grapefruit half in the compost. No, we don't want to waste this. Someone's going to eat it. Let's put that over to the side, and we'll put the spent peel in the compost. Did I say recycle? The compost. All right, so next thing we want to do, you want to take your container that you're going to be mixing your lemonade in, put it there, put a strainer on it, and pour all the juice into the strainer. Just get it all in there. Oh, God. There we go. Got less than 5 minutes away. Nice. Got the onions. Yeah, all our onions were growing, and I was like, okay, well, they're still edible, right? And then I picked them all up, and they're all squishy. They're all squishy. So we should be fine there. I'm excited for the pepper jack cheese soup, not gonna lie. Let's just put that right there. And then get our disposal, our compost off screen because it's gross. Splat that in there. And then we'll be done with our sieve for now, our strainer for now. So, if you are not familiar with how well, before I say that, always a good idea to rinse your strainer out. Rinse it all out while it's still wet, right after you're done with it, because the pulp will stick to it and it'll dry and it'll get in and around the little nooks and crannies that the sieve inherently has, and it will be a pain to scrub out later. So you want to rinse it out right then and there. So we have our juice. Hey, look at onion delivery. Thank you, thank you. So we have our juice. This is 4 lemons worth of juice and a quarter of a grapefruit. So the other 2 ingredients in lemonade are lemon juice, water, and sugar. Marshmallow cream. No, sugar. So, here's the trick. Now, I don't really follow a recipe for the different amounts. 1, because I don't know how much lemon juice I'm going to get when I actually juice the lemons. 2, they usually say, okay, add your sugar, add your water, add your lemon juice, and then adjust to taste. So they don't even give you exact measurements anyway. They just kind of get you close and tell you to go from there. So what I do is you put the lemon juice in. So we got the filtered lemon juice. Add some water, add some sugar, and if it's too strong, if the lemon flavor is too strong, you add more water. If the lemon flavor is or if the flavor itself is too sour, you add more sugar. And that's the hard part. It's differentiating between, is it too strong or is it too sour? Because if you add a whole bunch of water, yeah, it'll be not as sour, but it'll just be lemon water. So we'll add some sugar. We'll add some water. And you always want to go slowly, because if you don't put enough in, you can always put more. But if you overshoot, you can't really take more out, because I only have so much lemon juice. So if I overshoot on the water or the sugar, I can't add more lemon juice in. So we'll mix that up and we'll take a little sip. Add more sugar. Too sour. I think the water content is good. Might add a little too much. Might have just messed up my own advice. That's tasting a lot better. Oh, but still sour. A little bit more sugar. Then it's probably good. Just a pinch. That's some good lemonade. So, what we're going to do here is, we've got to, where did I put my glass? There it is. Pour it out. Look at that. Look at that. That's a perfect serving size. 2 cups. So there we go. Lemonade. You can see the tint, kind of the tint of grape juice, not too strong. I'd say this is probably 1/9 grapefruit juice of all the juice in here. So that's that. Might add some ice cubes to that later. We'll put that off to the side. So that's the beverage. Beverage number 1. Now, to the main course. And that is, of course, the pepper jack cheese soup. I want this to come out well so badly. I'm so excited to eat this again. I am so excited. Okay. What we're going to need. We're going to need to chop a 1/4 of an onion. We're going to make a half a recipe. If you do want to follow along, feel free to join the Discord. Hop in the, read the rules and all that fun stuff. Hop in the cooking channel, and then the recipe will be there. Okay, so we need the onion. It says 1 small onion, so I'm gonna need half a small onion, so we'll chop a slice out of that. And the onion and the bell pepper. Onion and bell pepper and garlic. I did not. Hold on, I'm gonna grab my garlic press. Be right back. Best way to mince an onion, or mince some garlic press. Okay, so we also need our unsalted butter. It's warm here, so you gotta be careful. But let's chop all this stuff up first. So we need. We're making a half batch, so a half batch of half a small onion. How much? Or no, half batch of 1 small onion, so that's half an onion. So half a small onion, how much of 1 large onion is equal to half a small onion? We'll guesstimate. If we put more onions in, that was not going to be a bad thing. So first things first, we're going to cut off the ends. No, we're not. We're not going to cut off the ends first. We'll cut off the ends after. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to cut a section out of this. Just kind of eyeball it. Cut a pie slice out. What do you say, chat? That's about a half a small onion. I'd say just cut a wedge right out. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll get a bowl. So we'll need to chop this up. Time to cry. I'm not crying yet. Knock on wood. Oh, some escaping onions. I want to try to peel the outer skin off as much as possible. That'll be a pain in the butt. Chop through and stuff. Chopping onions. All right, we'll put that in the bowl we have ready. One thing that I've kind of found doing these cooking streams is it's always good to just get a bunch of bowls and just put them near, where you're cooking, because you don't always. I'll be like, oh, I forgot my garlic press or whatever. But bowls are something you don't realize you need. It's like, I'll just chop the onion, and then chop the pepper in the same. It's like, no, I don't have enough space for that, so got a bowl. Come on. Peel the sticker off this dang. Holy cow. That is adhering. So it calls for 1 red pepper, but I want to use an orange one. So this is half a red bell pepper, so I'm going to chop a quarter, because we're doing a half recipe, because we're doing this 2 times. Bell pepper. I knew someone who was allergic to bell peppers. It's like weird. Never really run into anyone else that's allergic to bell peppers specifically. I don't think that's one of the 12 major allergens. All right, so got all the seeds out. Chop up the onion, or the pepper, whatever the frick this thing is. Dude. Nice fine little bits. I mean, of course, the finer the bits, the less chunky your final soup will be, I would presume. So if you want nice, you might even want, if you really want a blender, I think, yeah, some of these recipes were calling for, yeah, some of these recipes were, oh frick, I'm getting my touchpad wet. That's not good. Some of these recipes were calling for blending it at the end. I don't think that's necessary. This one isn't. There we go. Put all that there. I'm gonna get my cord all fruity or vegetably. Okay. So, bust out your frying pan. Whip. We're going to fry up some of the vegetable bits before they go in. So, we're going to need 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. That is your grapefruit lemonade, yes. So, we'll 2 tablespoons of the unsalted stuff. Now, correct me if I'm mistaken, but I do believe if a recipe calls for butter and does not specify if it is salted or not, it means salted. There we go. We'll just melt that butter in there. So we're going to do melt the butter in there. Oh, shoot. We're only supposed to put 1 in here. 1 in the other saucepan. It's fine. We're good. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to melt that, add the onion and bell pepper, and we're going to cook it until it's soft. Then we're going to add the garlic and cook it, stir for 30 seconds. And we're going to add the chicken broth and the drained diced tomatoes. We're going to boil it over high heat. Simmer uncovered for 10 minutes. Might have to move it to the back burner, quite literally. melt some of that. Pour some of that in the other. There we go. Okay, so we're melting this over medium heat. And then we'll put the vegetables in. And so what's going to end up happening to that eventually, we'll soften those, cook until they're nice and soft. You don't want to be crunchy in your pepper jack cheese, not really. I mean, if you do, like you do you, but then we're going to add a half cup of chicken broth and a half of a can of diced tomatoes drained, which while I'm at it, while that is starting to cook, might as well drain the diced tomatoes. So what I'm just going to do to drain this, I'm just going to can open it like halfway around. And then I'm just going to pour it out in the sink. So I've got a bowl here. So I'm just going to pour this out. Come on. Mix those up until they soften. Chop this some more. Chop it all the way off. Or not, you know, doesn't want to come off. Ah! There we go. Drain all that crap off. We don't want it. I'll set that off to the side. Probably won't use it for anything else, but why not? Stir all this up. Hopefully that should be softening up soon. So let's see. To recap, what I'm going to do with this, fry all that, add a half cup of chicken broth and a half a can of diced tomatoes. And then we're going to boil that over high heat. And then we're going to reduce the heat to low and simmer uncovered for 10 minutes. So I'm going to put that, once it starts boiling, I'm going to put it on the back burner to simmer for 10 minutes while I prepare the rest of the stuff. And then in another saucepan, we're going to cook the butter over there, melt the remaining butter in there, whisk in the flour. Should probably grab a whisk. Flour, salt, and black pepper until smooth. Cook it for a minute while whisking. And then whisk in a cup of whole milk. Let me just grab the whole milk. and a whisk. 1 whisk. 1 whole milk. Oh, shoot. That's right. I almost forgot the butter. Or the garlic. Did not forget the butter. Butter's in there. So once this softened, once this sauce starts softening, I think it's starting to go. Brown those onions a bit. The one thing you want to do when you're pressing garlic is to make it easy on yourself. You can do it without doing this, but peel all the dry layers away from the clove of garlic. So you get the nice squishy layer. Woo! And then you drop it on the floor. Get all the seasoning there. Just rinse that off. Starting to get nice and brown. Yeah, I think that's softening. Okay. Add the garlic and cook and stir for 30 seconds. Bleep. But you always want to scrape it off. The press. All right, that's 30 seconds, and we're gonna add a half cup chicken broth. I wanted one without chicken broth just because, but couldn't find it. Oh well. Come on. There we go. Got my half cup. Dropped it on the floor. Shake her up. There we go. We got the nice sizzly. Should have like a food mic set up. If only I have the infrastructure to do that. And then also, stir that all around. Half of the tomatoes. Half the can of tomatoes. Other half will cook in the second go. So then after this, what we're going to do is we are going to bring to a boil over high heat. So we're cranking it up. We're going to bring it to a rolling boil, and then as soon as that happens, we're going to move it back to the back burner and simmer it uncovered for 10 seconds. For 10 seconds. No, 10 minutes. Much longer. Ooh, high heat. What if that's to reduce it to make sure it stays creamy? Let's see, how much a tablespoon of flour, some salt, and some pepper. Okay. So that's a boil. I do believe. So on the back burner. We got the 5 bits. Asher's the nerd. It's been some time. How you been? I'm gonna turn that off for now. And we're just gonna put that on the back burner, and we're gonna put 10 minutes on the clock. Money. Timer. 10 minutes. Go. But yes, how have you been, Asher's the nerd? All right, we're gonna put this, put that. This is on low heat back there. That's simmering. That's doing its thing. Been working a lot since you're the only employee now. Where do you work again? Remind me. I'm doing all right. I am doing all right. We're cooking. We're cooking some pepper jack cheese soup. I already made some grapefruit lemonade. Afterwards, we're going to make some dragon fruit lemonade, which I've never had dragon fruit before. So that should be interesting. Private clinic, gotcha. I just realized my subathon timer is still up. I don't care. I'm cooking. I'm busy. I was testing my subathon timer earlier. It does sound amazing. I hope it is as amazing, tastes amazing as it sounds. Okay, so yeah, stick around for that. After I'm done doing this, I'm doing two sections. You guys didn't hear that, did you? I'm doing 2 sections, 2 iterations. One's for my dad, who is gluten-free, and the other one is for me. And I do have the recipe in the Discord. I don't know if you're in the Discord. I do have the recipe in the Discord. So if you would like to follow along at any time, any week, check that out. All right, so melt the range. Whisk in the flour. So a tablespoon of flour. Because I, unless noted otherwise, I always do 2 iterations of the recipe. Whisk. There's my whisk. So that people can follow along. Because I figure not everybody can make it at the beginning, or even if they want to, they might not get notified, so. Holy cow, that's not a lot. Okay, salt and pepper. I am just so clumsy today. You know, try not to burn anything, right? You want to work quickly, but you don't want to rush. Try not to burn the food. You might just burn yourself, you know? Flour, salt, black pepper until smooth. Cook for a minute while whisking. While whisking. It's not a lot in the bottom there. Never is. It is just 1 tablespoon. Yep. Slowly whisking a half a cup of whole milk. We're making a half recipe. Never made this before. Let me just rinse this half cup I used for the chicken broth. Shouldn't matter because it's all going to the same place anyway. I'll just rinse that out real quick. Just in case. So we got some whole milk. It's wet, a little slippery. So that was gluten-free flour. This is reminiscent of when I made nacho cheese sauce. Cheddar nacho cheese sauce. Because it looks really ugly like this. But do not be alarmed. It will sort out. It looks real ugly and you're like, oh God, I've messed it up. Oh, my back burner's not simmering. That's not good. It's supposed to be simmering. Oh, coming back to a simmer. There we go. Put the cap back on the milk, so if I knock it off, it won't spill, and I'll cry. Okay. Cook while stirring until it comes to a boil. Allow it to boil for a minute. Always sneeze away to the... Okay, it's starting to boil. Stir for another minute. This is going to thicken it right up. Until smooth. Yeah, so this looks kind of gross. Don't worry. It will rectify, right? So after this, we're stirring all the back burner stuff. And then we're going to add our pepper jack cheese and the remaining milk. And then that'll be it. Because the back's supposed to be simmering more for 3 more minutes. So I think I might be fast. Let me just do that. And then I can get started on grating the cheese. You don't really want to use pre-shredded cheese. I've seen some recommendations, or people recommend that you do not, and I can back that up. If you use pre-shredded cheese, they add an anti-caking agent in there that can kind of mess up the melting process. We're gonna brutalize this thing with a butter knife to get her open. Probably just gonna grate this until it's all gone. Stir occasionally. Makes you hungry? I mean, that's the idea, right? You watch this while you're hungry, you follow along, you cook it, and then you eat. And of course, offer is always open if anyone would like to suggest anything or would like to see me cook anything so they can watch me do it and cook along or not. Feel free to drop it in the cooking channel in the Discord. Ah! I love pepper jack. All right, timer's about to go off in 15 seconds. Say, hurry up, cheese. I gotta grate faster. I always make a freaking mess. I always joke that there's a point in the cooking stream where I just stop caring about making a mess, so I just start throwing things on the floor, knowing that I'm going to have to sweep anyway. All right, that's probably starting to scorch. So, smells good? Good. Smells good to me, too. This is the satisfying part, okay? Turn the heat off back there. Okay, I did stir in the milk. All right, how much? A cup of shredded pepper jack, and then another half cup of whole milk. So it looks like it's combining properly. So this is a good sign. It does look like it's going to come out well. All right, this should be a good amount of pepper jack. This is still a big serving for one person. This is a half batch. It says it makes 5 servings. But I always save it for later. Yeah, it's coming out browner, and I found that to avoid making it brown, you just need to make sure you don't cook the onions as much and caramelize them. I don't know. I kind of like caramelized onions, browning them in the pan. So, I mean, it's just a appearance thing. And then we'll put another half cup. Do not let it boil. Okay, will not. Will do. And then the remaining milk. If you use gluten-free flour, which I have here, it does tend to get thicker. So this is gluten-free. It is not vegan, nor is it vegetarian. If you wanted to make it vegetarian, you would just substitute the chicken broth with vegetable broth, and you should get a similar result. So, not vegetarian, but it could be very easily. And there we go, folks. We have a bowl of freshly made pepper jack cheese soup. Here, let's do this. It's hard to focus the other one. But I've got this new camera. There we go. Ta-da! All right, and I'll hand that off to my father. He will give his feedback. But in the meantime, I have to do some cleanup. But yes, in the meantime, I'm going to have to do some cleanup so I can get prepared for the second iteration. As always, I try to do two different iterations, one for my father, one for myself. So we do a little commercial break in between so that I can clean up and reset. Stay tuned after the break for lemonade, fresh squeezed lemonade with dragon fruit added and not gluten-free pepper jack cheese soup. So I'll leave you with a word from our sponsor, and I will be right back. Okay, Blue Payola, defend your position. Why do you disagree? Oh, time's up. In any case, welcome back, everybody. We will be making the second iteration of lemonade and pepper jack cheese. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting with the lemonade. So that obviously, if we make the pepper jack cheese soup first, it'll cool off too quickly. So what we're going to do is take 4 lemons, lemonade, indeed. Four lemons. Boom. That's a good amount. All right, Blue Payola. If you want to participate, participate. But quit being such a contrarian. In any case, so we're going to start by chopping the lemons. Now, what you can do is you want to be safe. Of course, knives are sharp. They can cut people as well as lemons. So, what I do is I cut my lemon by holding it like this. And I put the knife in between. So I put it like this, and I cut down, and I slice it in half. Boom. There you go. You don't have to make a fancy cut. It's literally just to get at the insides. Move that off. Don't want to push any of my lemon halves down. Turn them down face down. Oh, darn. That's the wrong way to do it. Well, you know what, Blue Payola? If you know the right way to do it, you can do it on your own cooking stream. We got a real Gordon Ramsay in here, chat here. All right, there we go. So we got 8 of these. So we'll take our cut at angle. Okay, there we go. We're working. We're getting productive here. Cut at angle. What do you mean by cut at angle? And how would that benefit me? So yeah, what you do is you juice it, you swish it down. Juicers have these like ribs here. Now the purpose is to crush and get all of the juice out of every little pod here. Kind of reminds me, I used to volunteer at a therapy riding stable, and there was this one client, she'd be riding around the horse, and I'd be leading the horse, and she would say, "You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong," and she would never tell me what I'm doing wrong. It was like, well, are you just trying to like irritate me or what? So then finally, I joined her, and I was telling the instructor of the lesson, I was like, "Jane, like what? I'm doing it wrong." And Jane was like, "What? What do you mean?" I'm like, "I don't know, man, but my my client here told me I'm doing it wrong. I don't know." Basically just called her out on it. It's like, "Bruh, if I'm doing something wrong and you have a tip, like I'm all for learning. I'm not a professional, right? I'm just some guy doing this for fun in the kitchen because I want to." She never did tell me what I was doing wrong. And then you get the people that are absolutely afraid to be wrong. It is good to have an open mind, yes. go. Squish nice and down. Nice and down. Wouldn't it be better to just order pizza? I don't know. You're here. Then you'd be bored. If I ordered pizza, you wouldn't have anybody to watch. I also ordered pizza last night. Like, come on. Thank my guy. Tell the pizza guy he's doing it wrong. You have a very interesting approach to discussion, Master Payola. I must say. So yeah, one way when you're squishing the lemons is to make sure you get around all sides and push down, because the lemon's wider than the actual thing is, so it doesn't, just pushing downwards isn't sufficient. Actually, the pizza guy, the guys, to me at least, with my pizza, my brother was a little miffed, but my pizza, they did very well. I ate too much of that pizza. It was chicken, bacon, cheese with I dipped the crust in ranch dressing. And that ranch dressing, not gonna lie, that was good stuff. I like you bet that I like pineapple on pizza? Do I, I'll eat it. I'll eat it. Like, if it's there, I'm not gonna complain. I just don't think it goes well. Bad combo with the cheese. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it's the funny meme, haha. We're getting all heated over a stupid uh choice that some people like and some people don't. But okay. Now here's the interesting part. We're going into uncharted waters. Well, first let's get rid of this. Let's get the lemon juice in the cup. So, take your strainer, put it over there. Those people are objectively wrong when you think about it. Okay. See, there comes a certain point. This is life advice, everybody. There comes a certain point when someone says something, and then you just think in your mind, I'm not going to refute that because it's so wrong, so incorrect, that the only way they could come to that conclusion is if they are immune to logic. You know? Yeah, I'm not liking Blue Payola's vibe. He was mildly entertaining the first couple of times, but I don't have to deal with anyone I don't want to deal with. Bye, Blue Payola. So, now that we've strained all that out, I highly, highly recommend that if you are using a strainer, you wash it out immediately. You rinse it off immediately. Because if you let it sit and you let it dry, it will start sticking in and around the little holes in the sieve. And then, yeah. Wait, what did he say? Oh, he was just kept going with the friggin' pineapple on pizza. It wasn't anything like against TOS or anything. It's just like, you know what? I'm having fun cooking. It was mildly entertaining. I don't want to have to deal with it. A lot of people see, because the thing is that I've understood over the years, when it comes to streaming and banning people, you don't have to ban, like, you don't have to let people stay just because they don't technically break your rules or whatever. Like, if you want to ban someone, you can, right? You know, and you can call me being too sensitive, whatever. I don't really care. But yeah, I also didn't really want to deal with him, so I got the power. Okay, dragon fruit. Let me rinse this knife off. Call it abusing. I call it using. I mean, like, you can't abuse the ban function in your own stream. Like, you're the boss of your own stream. I mean, you can abuse it. There are ways, but yeah, that's so cool looking. Question is, how do I get juice out of here? So let's put this off to the side. I think what I want to do is let's take this bowl. We'll take a spoon and we'll scoop out the flesh. Actually, I want to taste it. Let's taste it raw. Oh. It reminds me of kiwi. It reminds me a lot of kiwi, except less tangy. The texture is a lot like kiwi. That and blue payola just reminded me of like a child. You know, like a child, right? They're just like exactly. Pineapple on people, pizza people are objectively wrong. It's like, all right, whatever, grow up. And it's a 16 plus stream, so if I think you're a child, I reserve the right to ban you. Scoops out really nicely though. Look at that nice. Look at that nice, like red color. Nice. So we got this fancy masher. We're gonna use to squish up the dragon fruit. So you mash all this up. Tricky to try to break all the cells open, get all the juice out. We get our juicer. Grab my clean rubber scraper. Just press this against the side. Squish it all through. Should have brought some cheesecloth or something. Squish it through there. Do we have cheesecloth? Okay. This is not good. I'm not getting all the juice out, man. Like, yeah, I have no idea. I've never worked with. I've never had dragon fruit straight up before. All right, we're going in there, boys. Because it's really wet. Do I have to put this stuff in a blender or something? Magic bullet? Ah! Because, yeah, you can see it. It's really wet, and there's a lot of juice in there, but it's just all sticking to the goo. Ooh, I kind of want to use, like, a towel or something. Do we have, like, a linen sheet or something that I could use? Something that doesn't bleed fibers? Running into issues, folks. Try to use it, like, microwave it or something? Well, let's start looking it up. How juice a dragon fruit? Can I juice a dragon fruit? Peel it, cut, juice it. No. I don't want to. I want to know how not put it in a juicer. Huh? Like a linen sheet or something. Don't want to get lint in it. Maybe a dish towel, but yeah, I don't want to get lint in it. A clean microfiber? Well, time to learn something new. I make these mistakes so you don't have to. Thank you. I think the problem is it's too absorbent. It's absorbing all the juice. Just not good, yeah. Well, yeah. Is it squishing the actual pulp through? Yeah, I think it's squishing. Yeah, yeah, the seeds are coming through. Oh no. A little bit. Oh, I guess the other thing is I can just put the dragon fruit pulp in the lemon juice, let it soak, and then filter it after. Oh, goodness gracious. Learn something new every day. Okay, so that's the plan. So it's finally mashed up. So we're just gonna put this in there. We're gonna set that aside. We're just gonna let that soak. Holy moly. And then we'll just finish off the day with putting the finishing touches on that. And for anyone who doesn't know, when we finish all of the food preparation stuff, we do have a little just chatting section at the end where we all gather around and watch me eat. All right. So again, rinse that all the pulp out. I wonder, putting water might help. If we put some of the water in to dilute it so it encourages more soaking. There we go. Put that off to the side. All right. So we got to chop the onion, another half a small onion. Let's do that. Check. There we go. Another quarter of a bell pepper. Almost fell off. Almost fell on the floor. Into the point of no return between the oven and the wall. All right. Chop the bell pepper. Got some seeds in there. I don't think that's going to affect the final product a whole lot. Okay, so that's a goodbye to my cutting board. I do believe. For the rest of the stream. Bye, cutting board! Ah! All right, we got our clove at the ready. And then we're going to need some of our butter. Where'd our butter go? Butter go. There it is. So 1 tablespoon of butter in here. And then the other final tablespoon will go in the saucepan. 1 in there. 1 in there. No, I should not. Shouldn't be licking my fingers. I mean, I'm making my own stuff, so it's whatever. But so start melting that. All right. Melt them. Add the onion and bell pepper. Cook until softened. Add the garlic. Cook and stir for 30 seconds. Yes, 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 yes. $327 calories per serving. You can also put the gluten-free flour away. Won't be needing that. Go. Ew. Onion skin. And we'll throw it back in there. It's fine. Covered in butter. Okay, so we're going to cook in that, of course, and then I don't need to do much else until, yeah. So we can add the chicken broth. How much chicken broth are we going to need? A half cup? Yeah. Get the old half cup out. Let's see. While I'm waiting, I can shred the remaining pepper jack. Now, the recipe said about 4 ounces per. I did, or about 3 ounces per. I did 4 ounces per just so I could use up all the pepper jack. So, and I don't mind a little bit more cheesy stuff. Like I said, you don't want to use the pre-shredded stuff. It's got this anti-caking agent thing. Messes with the melting. Hey, Harlequin, welcome to the stream. How we doing? So you know what? If I do this, should grate faster. I'm doing all right. I'm excited to eat. Excited to eat this, truth be told. Making some pepper jack soup and some dragon fruit lemonade. Thing is, pepper jack, it's Monterey Jack with peppers in it. It's a very, very soft cheese, especially when it's room temperature, which it is right now. Very malleable. Very good. Very good to eat. Anywhere in Japan? Not. I mean, of course, I have been accepted, but not. I don't know where I'm going yet. So no. Ooh, so good. Yeah, that's one of the things I need to follow up on because I need to know where I'm gonna be, where I'm gonna be placed, so I can ask because I need to know, need that information to apply for the accident insurance stuff. So yeah, I'm supposed to find out any day now. They said late May, early June. They want me to print out the form and mail it in. Like really, in this day and age. Oh, starting to get hot in here. So I cooked the onions until they were brown last time, and it made the soup a little brown. So I'm gonna back off a little bit on the onions this time, cooking the onions, and I'm gonna switch over and see if it makes a difference. It should. But yeah, we need to put the garlic in. Go garlic in, and then we're gonna put a half a cup of chicken broth. That is the next thing. Yep. Half a cup of chicken broth. And half a can of diced tomatoes. Come on now, get in there. Ugh. There we go. Stir that up. Turn the heat up. We're going to bring this to a boil, and then as soon as it starts boiling, we're going to put it on the back burner. Quite literally. Of course, if you have ever heard the idiom to put something on a back burner, meaning to lower its priority or not actively tend to it right then. Oops. Pushed over. So I want to bring it to the boil. And then once it starts boiling, we'll turn the heat down. Hey, Spirit, welcome in. How you doing on this fine Sunday afternoon? You're grumpy? You're grumpy? That's one grumpy kitty. All right, starting to boil. Yeah, dude, one crazy guy. If you look at like I don't know if you're on mobile or whatever, but if you look at like the gift sub thing, one crazy guy came in and he dumped 44 subs at one time. I have not seen the person since. I whispered them directly to thank them. I have not seen them. I don't know if I ever will. But that was bonkers. Got my first ever hype train. It's awesome. All right, so we're putting this on the back burner. That's going to boil or simmer for the next 10 minutes. So we're going to melt this butter. And then we're going to put a tablespoon of flour and then some salt and pepper, and then we're going to whisk it up. Let me wash my old whisk up off, rinse it off for a little bit. And then we'll put cheese. Yeah, pepper jack cheese soup. Yes. They used to serve it at my university in the cafeteria, and I haven't had it since then, and I've been craving it, so figured I'd make it. All right, all-purpose flour. Almost just dumped the flour ever. I dropped it. I managed to catch it, kind of, and make sure it fell on its bottom. Whip that up. No, salt and pepper. Is it good? I had a tiny bit earlier. My father said his was pretty good. So if you wanna hear my, it might be a lot. If you want to hear my my review of it, stick around. I do a chatting section after I'm done cooking, in which I talk in depth and I review how it is, and I talk about what I think I might do differently next time if I were to make it and all that good stuff. So do stick around. Woo! Hot. Hot, 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 hot. Yeah, gluten-free flour definitely coagulates a lot more. Because it was really gunking up this. We're also making some lemonade. Dragon fruit lemonade, to be exact. However, I had a hard time juicing the dragon fruit. What the? That's not good. Piece of the Teflon on the whisk fell off into the flour mixture. It's not coagulating as much. I'm going to add a little bit more flour. I might actually just like using gluten-free flour in this as a thickening agent. There we go. That's a little bit better. Holy cow. Okay. Glad you like your emotes. 1 cup of whole milk, so the half cup of whole milk, actually. Making a half recipe. Turn that heat down a bit. Where's my sister? What do you mean? Were you expecting my sister? Okay. Cook while stirring until it comes to the boil. Allow it to boil for a minute. That's looking nice and thick. Problem is, I gotta let it cook for 1 minute, but I got 4 minutes left on the simmering. What is my personal favorite emote of mine? Oof. I'm kind of partial to the hi ho gunny one. The one of me and the horse. I'm proud. I like the reason I like that is because I think it came out really well, and I contacted the original artist, like the creator of the video game. That one, yeah, of the video game that made that art. That I was using it from, and he gave me express permission to use it for this purpose. So that's I think I like that. I'm a little proud of the lurk emote. I think it came out pretty well. Animated one of me. Turn this on way low. Yep, that one. I think that turned out pretty well. Yes, that's a lot of emotes. All right. So, next up, moment of truth. My favorite food of all time, cream of broccoli soup. All right, so we add this, guys. Yep, there we go. We'll stir all that in. Add the pepper jack. Still is really brown. Oh well. I was wondering if it would be more white if I didn't cook the onions for long. And then another half cup of milk. And then that's that for that. It's not as thick. Yeah, it's not as thick as the last one. Gluten-free flour really helps thicken it all up. Probably dumb, but sprinkle some gluten-free in there. Don't tell anybody. What? Ah. You did it. You're awake. Hey, welcome in, Insomnicola. Welcome, welcome. Trying to get this to thicken up. I made it the first time with gluten-free flour, and it was real thick. How you doing this fine Sunday afternoon? It's thickening. It's thickening. You're doing no way. Just woke up, haven't had time to figure it out. There we go. You have the same grater? Does it come with a little thing? I want it a little thicker. Yep, from IKEA. Okay, I don't know where my dad got this grater from. IKEA. There you go. It is the exact same. Okay, this should be thick enough. I don't want to go too overboard. All right, I'm gonna turn the back burner on over here. Get the other. I think we have a skinny hole as well, skinny hole lid there. But I mean, I'm not trying to shred it for aesthetic. I just need to get it in pieces so it would melt. Okay, so we'll mix that up. We'll finish it up. Put it on this burner to keep it nice and warm, nice and hot. Okay. Now for the grand finale. How do I want to do this? Hold up. I'll be right back. So the problem I ran into was I'm making dragon fruit lemonade. However, even though I mashed up the dragon fruit nice and mushy and fine, did not want to give me the juice. Didn't want to give me the juice. So what I've been doing is I've been letting it all soak in the lemon juice and some water to hopefully leach all of the juice out. Oh no, don't boil. Don't boil. Do not boil. Putting you on the lowest heat possible. Sugar wood? Okay, I didn't want to put the. See, I was thinking if you add too many solvents in there, it would saturate. I don't know. Strainer. Okay, that seems to have worked. Pulls juices out of fruits and flowers. Hey, dang, where were you an hour ago? Asleep. That's fine. Okay. So, I appreciate the advice. I'll keep it in mind for next time. All right. So, no sugar has been added yet. Say this each time, but I don't really go off recipes for lemonade because they tell you to do this, but then they just say add this much and this much and this much, and then add more for add more to taste. And it's like, well, so I just got to wing it in the end anyway. So I just like to wing it. Woo! A little strong. Could use some water. A little more water, and then I think we're good. Okay. Let's get the glass. There we go. And here it is. That's the final product. All right. So with that, we finished the cooking phase of the stream. We'll do a quick commercial break, and then when we reconvene, I will do my review and my eating of the thing, and then we'll wrap it up. So I will see you on the other side, and I'll be right back. Hey, we're back. Okay. So, we got the soup. The soup, I think I put a little too much gluten-free flour in at the end. Ooh, steaming. Bonjour, Monsieur Monk. Okay. Really hot. Kind of smells like gluten-free flour, which is not a good sign, but that's pretty good. Yeah, I put a little too much flour in there, a little too thick. It's a little gelatiny. And as for the lemon, ooh, good stuff. And as for the lemonade, I can't really taste much of the dragon fruit. It's just like it's a hint. It's a hint. And also, welcome, Kitty Woman. Where are my manners? Soup. So soup turns out okay. But yeah, I use regular flour with mine, and then it doesn't thicken up enough. It's like, okay. But then I add some, and then now it's got the gluten-free flour and the regular flour in, so now it's too thick. Get some mukbang action here. You'll notice right there, I was testing out the subathon timer for the subathon, and I forgot to turn it off. Or like it. I give it like a 7 out of 10. It's time. So yes, I believe I've set it up in the subathon. That will start with 3 hours on the clock, and then every time someone follows, raids, hosts, subscribes, cheers, or donates, it will go up by a set amount depending on how many people, how much, blah 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 blah. And then the stream will keep going forever until it ends. Yeah. What I mean to say is there is no cap. It's not like, oh, it'll be a subathon, but the maximum it can go is 12 hours. That's what I mean. If it goes on for 10 weeks, okay, that much that long, I'll be in Japan maybe, so might have to cut it there, but it could be. It could be a recipe for regrets. And I'm very much aware of that. But am I really going to get all the support? I don't know. I have contingency plans. So, oh, onion skin. This is why you make sure you peel the onions properly. Would I have to sleep on stream? My brother is nocturnal, and I've asked him to take over if it push comes to shove. Just do a sleep-in stream. Because I want someone minding the stream, at least. Don't stay up past 3. No, I will go to sleep. I will go to sleep at night. I'm not going to stay up until I hallucinate, you know? Start hallucinating and going literally insane. Camera angles. Wee! Whoa! So how is everybody? How have you been, kitty women? How's your trip? Hanging out? Gotcha. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do the white chicken chili as well. Too long. Just finish your visit with your mom? So what you up to now? Yeah, not gonna lie, folks. Dragon fruit lemonade, not all that. It's not really. It's good lemonade, but it's not. I'm not tasting the dragon fruit. Apparently, there's an art museum. Maybe do that. I mean, yeah. Google tourist destinations near me or whatever. What am I wearing? An orange beanie, an orange T-shirt, a pumpkin apron, Fitbit, and clear framed glasses and a Legend of Zelda headset. Welcome in, Nabadaz. What an entrance. Should have used strawberry. I've done strawberry in the past. Yes, strawberry lemonade, good. It indeed is, Nabadaz. I'm impressed you picked up on it. Yeah, I think one of my I like the raspberry one. I made raspberry, blackberry, lime, strawberry, and now grapefruit and dragon fruit. Dragon fruit kind of disappointing. You're allergic to strawberries? It's delightful, but I'm going into anaphylactic shock. Blueberry, yeah, that is in the back of my mind. And why am I wearing all this? Because I want to. It's nice consistency. I don't have to worry about what I'm gonna wear. Wake up every day. Just a tiny bit. Just a little. Try this after. You grow them and make your skin itch. I just don't touch them. I just wear surgical gloves when I'm outside picking them. I do not have any known allergies, luckily. Never been medically tested or anything, but onion skin. Dang. So I guess I haven't gone in depth. So it tastes like pepper jack cheese. It does taste like the stuff. I shouldn't have put as much flour in there. It is a little thick. The other one had a much better consistency, I think. I had a little bit of that. It's brown because I think the browning onions. Seasonal allergies, no real food allergies. Gotcha. The onions are nice. They're not too noticeable. The pepper does have a nice little spice in there. The pepper with pepper jack cheese does have the spice in there. That's why I like pepper jack cheese. It is a little spicy, a little kick, but it's nothing overwhelming. And then there's the bell pepper, which the chunks have been nice. There's tomato. They're not too noticeable. It is good, I think, to cook it until it's soft. Would I make it again? Yeah, probably. Will I? No. You want to scratch your face? Oh, no. Most fun part, cooking stream, cleaning up afterwards. Hey, Dragon 05174, I got some fruit for you. Welcome in. Your inner ear itches? Oh my god. Got some dragon fruit for Dragon 05174. All right, now I tried a little bit earlier, but now for the moment of truth. Do I like dragon fruit? Tastes a little bit like kiwi. The spoon glides through very easily. Times sneeze. Yeah, it tastes like kiwi that doesn't commit as much, and it's got a similar texture, and it's got the seeds, but it's like a mildly sweet flavor. It's very easy to scoop out though. It's got this really weird. I don't know if it picks it up. Come on, focus. You're an autofocus camera. Come on. Ah, it's like got these wiggly lines through it. Very interesting looking. I think it might be the individual pods in around each seed. Um, Anybody else ever had dragon fruit before? But this thing was like expensive. It was like $5. Only when the weather changes. Don't move to Michigan. Weather changes every 2 minutes. This is my first time too. And this is like this lovely, stunning red on the inside. All right. That's that for that. That's where you live. All right. I think no raid today. Or should we? Let's see if we can find. Let's see if I can't find a food and drink streamy boy. Or if I got any buddies streaming. Let's try Ginger Amoeba. I know they had to take a break from streaming for the longest time, and it's their second stream back. So they were pretty torn up about the fact that they couldn't keep streaming. So let's raid them. They're playing My Time at Sandrock. I think it's a sequel to My Time at Portia, neither of which I've played. But let's queue up the raid. The channel is intended for mature audiences, so make sure you keep that in mind. But thank you everyone for coming out. If you like what you saw and you are not following, you can feel free to follow to be notified of when I next go live. That is tomorrow, Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be playing Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. But if you are following and you'd like to check out my other social media by me, you can do so on the desktop, in the description below if you're on desktop, or if you're on mobile, type ! Whatever the platform name is, and my bot will give you the link. And if you would like to support the channel, watching, chatting, listening is more than enough. But if you would like to support the channel monetarily, you can do so by donating, cheering, or subscribing. Subscribing is free with Amazon Prime. Info on how to set that up in my Discord. In any case, stay safe out there, folks. Ugh, burp. Get vaccinated, get boosted as soon as you're able to if you're not already. If you're not boosted, don't leave your house unless you need to. But if you do need to leave your house and you're not boosted, make sure you wear a mask. Stay at least 6 feet away from other people. And everyone, please wash your hands often. And with that, we'll go for the raid. Bye.